Sleep paralysis is an unsettling phenomenon that has intrigued and terrified people for centuries. When it occurs, the individual is awake but unable to move or speak, often accompanied by vivid hallucinations and a profound sense of fear. Despite its supernatural interpretations throughout history, such as being caused by demons or aliens, modern science has shed light on the biological and psychological mechanisms behind the experience. In this video, let's talk about sleep paralysis, the scientific explanation of how it occurs, how to break out of it, and the spiritual interpretations of it. Sleep paralysis is a type of parasomnia, a category of sleep disorders that involves abnormal behaviors during sleep. It happens when there is a mismatch between mental alertness and muscle activity. During sleep, particularly in the REM, rapid eye movement phase, the brain sends signals to inhibit muscle movement to prevent us from acting out our dreams. Sleep paralysis occurs when the brain wakes up before the muscles turn on, leaving the individual fully aware but physically paralyzed. It is more common than many realize, with an estimated 1 in 10 people experiencing it at least once in their lives. Sleep paralysis is most often reported by adults and frequently begins in the teen years, often exacerbated by factors such as sleep deprivation, stress, or underlying sleep disorders. People experiencing sleep paralysis often report feeling a range of terrifying sensations. These can include inability to move or speak. The paralysis occurs when the brain is awake, but the body is still asleep. Pressure on the chest. Many report feeling a heavy weight on their chest, sometimes described as being suffocated or choked. This is called the incubus sensation. Hallucinations. Vivid, often terrifying hallucinations are common, with individuals seeing figures like demons, monsters, or shadowy figures lurking in the room. These hallucinations may be accompanied by sounds or tactile sensations, such as the feeling of being touched or followed. Out-of-body experiences. Some individuals report a dissociative experience, feeling as though they have left their physical body. This is known as vestibular motor hallucinations. Research into sleep paralysis reveals a fascinating interplay of neurobiology and sleep physiology. During REM sleep, the brain is highly active, generating dreams while also inhibiting voluntary muscle movements. This muscle atonia, or paralysis, is essential for keeping us safe during vivid dreams by preventing us from physically acting them out. However, when the brain wakes up before the paralysis dissipates, a person may experience sleep paralysis. The sublaterodorsal nucleus, SLD, located in the brainstem, is responsible for initiating muscle atonia during REM sleep. When this area malfunctions, or when a person's sleep cycle is disturbed, such as from stress or sleep deprivation, the result can be an episode of sleep paralysis. In addition to the paralysis, the hallucinations experienced during sleep paralysis are thought to arise from disturbances in the parietal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for processing sensory information and spatial awareness. This explains why many individuals report seeing figures or feeling the presence of someone or something near them during these episodes. The vivid hallucinations that accompany sleep paralysis, like seeing a malevolent figure or feeling an unseen presence, may stem from the brain's attempt to reconcile the disconnection between the dream world and the real world. The parietal cortex plays a critical role in constructing spatial awareness, and when this part of the brain is confused due to muscle paralysis, the brain may misinterpret sensory input and project frightening images. This process can make the hallucinations feel incredibly real and terrifying. Additionally, the presence of a demon or monster is one of the most common themes reported during episodes of sleep paralysis. The incubus sensation, or the feeling of pressure on the chest, is a physical manifestation of the brain's miscommunication of muscle feedback and is often interpreted as a suffocating or hostile entity. Sleep paralysis can sometimes run in families, suggesting that genetics may play a role in its occurrence. Studies have shown that the risk of experiencing sleep paralysis is higher if you have a family member who has also had similar episodes. Beyond genetics, environmental factors such as stress, sleep deprivation, and certain sleep disorders, like narcolepsy, can increase the likelihood of experiencing sleep paralysis. Most episodes of sleep paralysis last for just a few seconds to a minute, but some can persist for several minutes. This sense of time can feel much longer due to the intense fear and confusion that accompanies the experience. The clarity of memory during sleep paralysis is another unique aspect. People tend to remember the details vividly, including the fear they felt, making the event feel all the more real. This heightened awareness is in stark contrast to regular dreams or nightmares, which tend to fade from memory quickly after waking. While sleep paralysis can be distressing, it can be managed with some lifestyle changes and understanding of its triggers. To reduce the likelihood of experiencing sleep paralysis, consider the following: consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps regulate the sleep cycle. Sleep hygiene. Ensure your sleep environment is quiet, dark, and at a comfortable temperature. Avoid excessive screen time or stimulating activities before bed. Stress management. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing exercises can help reduce stress levels that contribute to sleep disturbances. Address underlying sleep disorders. If you suffer from conditions like narcolepsy, insomnia, or sleep apnea, seeking treatment can help reduce episodes of sleep paralysis. How to break out from it. So how to break out from sleep paralysis? If you find yourself awake in your room but unable to move your body, it likely means you're experiencing sleep paralysis. It's important to remain calm, because no matter how hard you try, your body will not move in this state. Instead of panicking, focus on moving small parts of your body to regain control. Start by trying to move your toe tips, fingers, or even your tongue. These smaller body parts are controlled by more sensitive neurons, making them easier to activate during sleep paralysis. By concentrating on these smaller movements, you can often break the paralysis and wake up fully. This method tends to be effective because it bypasses the body's overall paralysis and allows the brain to send the necessary signals to the muscles, ultimately ending the episode. Stay calm, focus on the small movements, and it usually won't be long before you're able to move again and fully wake up. The spiritual side of sleep paralysis and astral projection. In spiritual teachings, humans are believed to be a fusion of three interconnected elements: spirit, mind, and body. These three aspects work in harmony to shape our experience of reality. However, during sleep paralysis, the mind and spirit may awaken, but the body remains dormant, in a state of paralysis. This disconnection often triggers fear because the individual is not accustomed to the sensation of being fully aware while unable to move their body. This state of paralysis is often misunderstood and feared, but in spiritualism, it is seen as an opportunity for astral projection, a practice in which the spirit separates from the body and journeys through other dimensions or realms. Sleep paralysis, when approached with understanding and without panic, can actually be a controlled gateway for astral travel. In this moment, the body is asleep, and the spirit is free to roam, offering a profound spiritual experience. Astral projection is a phenomenon that has been discussed across cultures for centuries. It is often described in different levels, which can be experienced either through meditation, sleep paralysis, or even the use of psychedelics. The 4 levels of astral projection are: Level 1, the dissolving period. In this initial phase, the person feels as though their body is melting into the surroundings or merging with the space around them. This is a vibrational experience, and if the person attempts to fight it or distract themselves, they may lose the connection. To successfully move past this phase, one must allow the sensations to occur without fear or resistance. Level 2, surrender. In this stage, the boundaries between the body and environment blur. The individual's awareness no longer feels localized within their body, but expands to fill the entire space around them. This stage is often described as the point where the spirit truly leaves the body, entering a state of out-of-body awareness. Level 3, the realm of creation. At this level, the individual enters the astral realm, a place that holds creation, time, and space. It is the source of all thought and collective consciousness. In this realm, anything is possible. One can travel instantly, manifest realities, or access deep knowledge about the universe and oneself. This is where the spirit is free to explore and experience existence beyond physical limitations. Level 4, no self, ego death. The final stage is one of profound stillness and awareness, often referred to as ego death. In this space, the individual experiences pure consciousness without any psychological identity. It is a realm beyond thought and form, where only awareness exists in its truest form. This stage is often described as the closest one can come to understanding the true self, a place of pure light and eternal consciousness, sometimes equated with the experience of God. How to induce sleep paralysis. To induce sleep paralysis and experience it regularly, a simple technique is to wake up in the morning, feeling fully rested and energetic, then return to sleep while leaving the curtain slightly open to allow some natural light into the room. As you lie back down, relax deeply and focus on calming your mind. In your head, repeat the intention: I'm going to be awake while I sleep. This self-suggestion helps you maintain awareness as your body falls asleep. If successful, you should be able to enter a state where your mind is awake, but your body is still paralyzed. If your goal is to astral project, you can visualize a rope emerging from your chest and imagine yourself grabbing it to climb upwards. If you maintain focus and remain relaxed, this method can allow you to separate from your physical body and begin your astral journey. In the context of sleep paralysis, the experience of the mind and spirit being awake while the body is at rest is seen as a safe and natural opportunity for astral projection. While many people fear this state, it is actually similar to the conditions of death or mind-altering substances, where the physical body sleeps while the spirit remains alert. Unlike death or drugs, sleep paralysis offers a controlled and non-harmful environment for the spirit to explore other realms. With regular practice, it is possible to induce astral projection during sleep paralysis, allowing individuals to consciously navigate these spiritual experiences. Lucid dreamers and spiritual practitioners often use this state as a tool to visit other worlds, connect with spiritual guides, or even learn profound truths about existence. As long as fear is set aside and the individual embraces the experience, astral projection can become a regular and powerful practice. We shall introduce more examples of people lucid dream, purposefully, and astral projection during sleep paralysis in the future. In conclusion, while sleep paralysis can initially be terrifying, it holds the potential to be a deeply transformative experience. By understanding it as a form of astral projection, it becomes an opportunity for spiritual growth, self-discovery, and exploration of the vast, unseen realms.